Hello and welcome back to the A&R podcast. I'm your co-host Ryan,
And I'm your other host, Addison.
and today we are reviewing the TV show The Umbrella Academy. So The Umbrella Academy is about one day in 1983, 43 infants were inexplicably born to random unconnected women who showed no signs of pregnancy the day before. 7 are adopted by billionaire industrialist Sir Reginald Hargreeves, who creates the Umbrella Academy and prepares his, quote, children to save the world.
Quote, children.
Well, yeah, that's, but
Yeah.
so let's dive
Really
right
just
in.
doesn't give a shit. Does he?
He does not. He literally, like, doesn't at all. So, yeah. One of the major things that you can tell right off the bat is, what do I want? The set. I was gonna say the setting, but the set, yeah. Like, of the Umbrella Academy house. It's very, I'm gonna guess it was built on a set. Maybe it's an actual house, I'm not sure. But if they built it on a set, it's very good because it's like very detailed for
Yeah.
what it is as a house.
There was that one part toward the beginning where it showed like all the different rooms where like the house is like spliced in half. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, when they're all dancing.
Yeah, when they're all dancing.
hmm Yeah, so that made me kind of think, okay, this is built on a set, which I think that they did a very good job with all the sets,
Yeah.
like that, the post-apocalyptic set. I think the post-apocalyptic set was probably my favorite. That or maybe the commission. I
Commission.
really liked that set because it was very like they did a very good job of showing how futuristic it is, and also just like with the very like I forget what the word is. The like anti-individualistic. So like it's like a very like group thing. Like where
Like
like everyone's the
conformist.
same.
Yeah, they're all like
Yeah.
wearing the same thing. They're all like
Yeah, and it kind of gave me like the vibe. I'm not sure if you read the book, but the book Brave New World.
yeah, that's what I was thinking you were about to say.
Yeah, like just like with everyone being like pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So I really like that. The fashion of the show. What do you think of the fashion of the show? Because honestly, I want to say that took like it wasn't exactly the most important thing, but like it kind of wasn't. Because
Yeah, I
well,
don't
for
think it was.
example, well, I guess like the Umbrella Academy uniforms, that itself was kind of neat. It looked very
Yeah.
nice. But
Okay.
like the
Now that you
fact that
speak about that,
yeah, what
um,
what?
just why couldn't Five get new clothes? Like, my
Maybe because they
dude,
didn't want new clothes.
I guess, but like, it's just kind of weird. And plus, like, why wouldn't people have like been like, "Oh, you're like Five because you like had the special uniform that I'm assuming
hmm
most people know about."
Yeah. Well, maybe people did think that, but it's not like they like really cared because um obviously with like Allison, for example, they know that she used to be an Umbrella Academy student person thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but I want to give it to this. So for Hazel and Cha Cha, the masks that they have, those are good because they're with them wearing the masks. I think I said yeah, I said this about Cursed before. They should have never taken off the mask.
Um,
Like I kind of like saying that would be saying they shouldn't have had a plot line because
yeah. They
like the
wouldn't have
plot
had any personal stuff involved.
yeah. Like their plotline was interesting, but personally for me, because so they're time traveling serial killers, and serial killers are scary, but they seem more like a comedy duo, really.
Yeah.
But like with their masks on, even knowing how like kind of funny they are, personally for me, I thought they were kind of scary looking,
Um,
especially Hazel's mask, the smiling bear mask. That was in my opinion, it was a little freakier than Cha Cha's like pink dog mask.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, just having no mask would be better for me. But just because I guess it kind of distracts, and I mean, they can time travel anyway. It's not like they have to hide from people that much.
Yeah. And obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but most of the time they get their kill and they kill everyone who's seen them as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like they'll be, like, in a sense, recognized in a paper or like have, like, or I'm not sure who does it in a police station, but the artists who like do the sketches.
Yeah.
So yeah. So obviously, this is based on the comic by Gerard Way and who's the other? Gabriel Ba. Yes, that's the other person. And in that, there's Hazel and Cha Cha, but I don't think they like really ever take their masks off, and they're kind of scarier in the comics.
Oh, okay.
Um, Another thing I want to say, so compared to last week's show, Cursed, how this is TVMA, or that was TVMA and this is TV14. See, this is why I was confused. Because honestly, I think this had just as much as blood and gore as Cursed,
I
but like, do you not agree?
I would have to disagree. Yeah. Plus, it wasn't
Really?
as like realistic.
I guess neither is Cursed in a sense. But like, personally for me, I thought like the violence was the same, especially with for example, the diner scene with Five and all the commission people. Like yeah, there or for example when Vanya slices Allison's throat.
Oh yeah. I
Like
know like I mean that kind of didn't look real though. Like I mean,
really?
yes, it kind of looked real, but at the same time like it wasn't too gory.
I thought it was pretty real in my opinion.
I mean, I haven't seen a neck spliced open, but you know.
Yeah, true.
I don't
Just
know, the blood just seemed like fake blood, you know? It was, but also
like you could tell that was fake blood.
yeah.
Oh wait, okay. I also want to no. Hmm.
No, I don't.
I was gonna compare the writing between Cursed and the Umbrella Academy, but that wouldn't really make any sense because the shows are obviously very different.
Yeah.
The Umbrella Academy, I'm trying to think of like a show that would like relate to the Umbrella. Ooh,
Any superhero show, really. Like,
the show on Amazon Prime, The Boys,
I have
kinda.
not seen that.
Okay, I'll kind of give you a rundown of what The Boys is about, and for everyone else who's listening. So The Boys is about, well, it's more about this guy. I'm pretty sure his name is Nick, who is this non-super who joins this team of non-supers to take down the supers. And these supers, it's kind of like a parody version of the Justice League from DC Comics. Like there's Homelander, who is supposed to be Superman, and then there's I forget what, I think he's literally called the Dash, as in
The
like
Dash.
the Flash. There's a Wonder Woman ripoff. There's a Aquaman ripoff.
Okay, I think I might have seen an ad for that a while ago.
Yeah. And so in that show, all the supervillains are so I'm a, they are evil. Like Homelander, for example, is like more evil, but they're so conceited and they're very self-interested.
Hmm.
So like you could kind of compare it to that because this show compared to that show, they both have in a sense, emotionally stunted adults with superpowers. Because obviously, the only person who actually seems like an adult in this show, in The Umbrella Academy, is Five
Yeah,
and
five.
kinda Vanya. Like, she's more or less independent, but she
Yeah.
also does kind of act like a child.
Yeah. Which I think probably just has to do with I don't know, her trauma. Yeah, she's forced into acting, I guess, sort of like an adult, right?
Yeah, because like for example, like we'll see. Okay, yeah, because I can run down why all these people are kind of children in their own sense.
Mhm.
Luther is kind of just he's a daddy's boy.
Yeah.
Like he
He's
just does what his father tells him to do,
yeah, he's
which
like one of those golden retriever characters.
mhm, with his bubble gang burst.
Bubble gang burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like he kind of like I think which episode was it? I think the episode, well, I guess it happens twice in the episode. The Day That Wasn't and The Day That Was. Both episodes you learn. I don't know, it happens twice where he learns that his father sent him to the moon for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
Klaus. Actually, Klaus is kind of he's an adult in a dark sense of that he has childhood trauma, and the way that he's dealing with that is drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to
Yeah.
say that's adult thing to do because obviously that's not, but like that's not surprising.
Yeah.
Allison, she kind of acts like a child all the time. You learn that literally she's made nothing of herself in a sense. When she's driving to see Vanya in the cabin, you hear all the times that she said, I heard a rumor. They were like, I heard a rumor that you thought I was perfect for this role. I heard a rumor that you loved me.
I think that's what she said to her child. All those rumors that she was saying right then.
I thought those were. Well, why would she say, I heard a rumor that you think I'm perfect for this role? Because I thought
To
that
make
was. I thought that was like relating to how she got her job as an actor.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if before every single thing, she looks right at the camera and she's like, I heard a rumor that you thought my acting was amazing in this. And then she just, like, really badly acts through the whole thing, which I think
Oh,
would be hilarious.
yeah.
Diego, he's. Diego is like Oliver.
Diego, yeah, he's a bit like Ollie.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I want to see the world with vigilante justice. Let me kill people.
Yeah, or like his Mad Dog, his partner or one of his many partners, part of his team member. Yeah.
Mhm. Kinda, yeah. So speaking of the characters though, so I tried to make a comparison, and this was from episode 1. Okay, so here's what I tried. It kind of works for some of the characters. Luther, he's strong, right? That's his superpower. He's the leader. He's kind of like the father of the group, so he has to be the strong one, right?
Hmm.
Diego, I said he's brash and unpredictable, like his knives, because like
Yeah.
his knives don't throw straight, they throw curved, and they can
Yes.
kind of go anywhere, so it's very like unpredictable. Allison, she's all talk. She was literally all talk,
Yeah.
and that's like her powers, her with powers of persuasion. I'm gonna go 5 before I do Klaus. So 5. This is kind of hard, but like I think I kind of got it. So he's snappy and he's quick. He's quick to jump to conclusions, jump to answers as well, and that's kind of like his power. How he can easily get to somewhere.
Yeah.
Like his intelligence allows him to easily get to an answer. So yeah,
Yeah.
I said Klaus. So Klaus's power is talking, not talking. Well, talking to the dead, manifesting the dad, and I guess
Just
also feeling the dad. I don't know.
yeah,
Where
over.
Ben like punches him and then saves Diego. With Klaus, it was kind of hard to kind of see like how his power correlates with his personality. One of the things I said is he's quote in another dimension because of drugs.
Oh yeah.
Cause like he's always high.
Yeah, and a lot of drugs can also give you like help you. Okay, some hallucinogenics
Yeah.
can make you experience what death is like without you
Hmm.
actually dying, or
That
like
sounds
show you
horrifying.
part of the afterlife. So that
Hmm.
would make a lot of sense.
Hmm. And then Ben. So Ben's powers is from what it seems, and then I did a little research on what his powers is. So he's kind of like a portal
Mhm.
where he can allow monsters from other dimensions to kind of pop out and kill everyone. Because in episode 1, I thought that he could turn into a monster.
Yeah. Apparently it's just his arms.
Yeah.
Oh
But
gosh.
then when you see in episode 10, kind of like opens his chest and then like tentacles are like oh.
Oh, right, right.
So Ben is the only one who I couldn't really find like a personality trait to kind of match his personality. And
Yeah.
then I didn't
We
put
don't see
anything,
that much of him, so yeah.
yeah, and then I didn't put anything for Vanya, but after watching the show, Vanya is quiet but powerful, and that is what her
Yeah.
superpower is. she can, and she's also very soothing. Like that, because like most of her power I shouldn't say most of her power, but like in the last episode, you see a lot of her power come from the violin. The violin is very soothing, but you can tell that she's like charging up to
Yeah.
do something.
It's like one of those singing bowls where you hit the edge and you just wind it and wind it. I guess maybe she's
Mhm.
like winding up like her trauma, like
Yeah,
that anger just yeah.
yeah. Like she was very good, and so also throughout the series, like obviously when you look back, um, and see kind of like what their lives were like as children.
Mhm.
One of the notes I put down in episode 3, little Vanya's bedroom is a bathroom. It's a bathroom size.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
no.
like it's tiny and everyone else has a big room. And they live
Yeah.
in a mansion.
Yeah. They're so mean to her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't know why. Like they have very weird, I shouldn't say weird personalities, but weird, they have a very weird relationship with each other. Like, so for example, one of the things that's never explained is why does Diego have like a scar above his right ear?
Um,
That's never that's never
yeah,
explained.
it's not.
Or maybe that's just like a vein that the actor has, and he's like so muscular that he just has veins popping out of his head. But I don't
Uh,
think so.
yeah, I don't think so. I'm vaguely remembering that there was like something that happened, like some explosion or something, but I don't know what I'm thinking of, but that might have caused it, but I don't
Yeah.
know. So,
Yeah. So like they never explained that. A little sad.
mhm.
Also, another thing that I kind of realized while watching the show. So five doesn't really like everyone. But so episode 2, when we see Five portal to the future, when he sees the building, he only calls out for Vanya, Ben, and his dad.
Yeah.
What does it say about his interactions with uh, Klaus, Luther, Diego, and Allison?
Um,
Like, why would he just call out 3 people?
are these the three people that don't have powers?
No,
Oh.
Ben has powers,
Oh, right, Ben. Ben.
and
Wait.
obviously it seemed like Vanya and Ben were very close to begin with because, like, as you learn, Five is the first person, or sorry, Vanya is the first person that Five goes to talk to, and then also you learn that Vanya, after Five teleport to the future, would always leave the light on and a snack,
Yeah.
like a peanut butter and marshmallow something, snack just in case he got back.
Yeah, I guess they probably did have, I guess good relationships.
I hope in season 2 they kind of show more,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, because obviously by the end of season 1 they're more or less pretty close. Yeah, I would like to obviously see how their relationships are gonna either A, more complex, or B, explain the complexities of their relationships.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because Five has a short fuse, and that's never explained.
Um,
Like, he's always like, I don't think I'm smarter than you. I know I'm smarter than you. I'm like,
probably
oh,
cuz
hold up.
he
Shut your mouth.
I mean, like he's read more books than they will have in their entire lives. And
Yeah,
he
but
knows so much more
reading a book
information.
doesn't mean. Yeah, but like, why is he like not like his other brothers and sisters? Also, I'd like
He's
to give a
like
quick.
80. Dude.
He's 56.
I thought
That
he was
doesn't mean
80.
that. No, he's 56.
I don't
Or
know.
may or maybe he stayed in the apocalypse for 56 years
Yeah, I think that
because he
was
left when he was 15. So maybe you are right. Maybe he is 80. I don't know. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Aidan Gallagher. So he plays number 5. The only other thing I've seen him in was the Nick show Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. And so I shouldn't say he obviously didn't have to try to act, but like he played a very simple character. Compared to this, he was amazing. He was
Yeah.
very good. Like there were lots of scenes where he was angry, but like I didn't see him as a bratty child who thought he knew better. Like I saw him as a very smart and obviously twisted man who knew what he was doing. So I have to give it to Ian Gallagher for that incredible acting throughout all of season 1.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of well, we're already speaking of the characters, but yeah, Ben, how did he die?
You know what?
Never
Here's the thing.
explained.
When they show a clip of um Leonard or Harold, whatever his name is, like attic where it shows the book, there was a
Mm-hmm.
dead body. I could have sworn that was Ben.
No, that wasn't Ben. That was uh I wrote that down. Helen.
It was Helen?
Yeah,
Who's
because
Helen?
Helen was first chair in the violin orchestra thingy thing.
Oh, okay.
Leonard
Then
kills
I'm
her
dumb.
so that Vanya can. Yeah, because Ben died as a child.
Yeah, but maybe he
That's
killed Ben.
as a child,
Yeah,
but he was in prison for 20 years.
yeah, you're right. You know what? That does. Oops. Okay,
It's
you're right.
okay.
Or maybe he
Speak.
like bought the body off the black market. I don't
Ew,
know.
that's so creepy.
That would
Honestly,
be
though,
weird.
that's not really that far of a stretch for the character of Leonard,
Yeah. I mean,
because he is a psychopath.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but it's not.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Leonard, he's very good when it sorry, 1 sec. I think I'm about to sneeze. No, I'm good. Okay. Leonard. So he's oh god, because bless you, Ryan. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're so nice. Uh, okay. So, anyways, Leonard. Um, the what? Okay. The actor who played Leonard. I'm not sure what his name is. I'm gonna search him up now. John Magaro. Very good acting. Here's why. I'm gonna say obviously because he was very good at like being very creepy. Cause like so the whole time you can obviously tell that he's grooming Vanya, and Vanya obviously doesn't realize it. The actor is very good at just coming off as like creepy, but you could also see him coming off as charming.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry, but like, how does Leonard get away with changing his name? Or not really
He
changing his
doesn't.
name, because he just like, well, like, in a sense, like, how is he not like on parole or something like that?
It's been a while now.
True. But okay, so he went to jail for 20 years, right?
Yes.
And then I think like only a few days later, then he found the book on like all the children.
Yes.
How did he know Vanya even existed? That's my question. Like, yes, she obviously wrote the book, so like people knew of her existence.
Yeah. That is kind of weird. The thing about the book, because he did only find the book like a few days before he found Vanya, right?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe he's like a speed reader and he was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find this girl.
yeah. And like, okay, so he's mad at Reginald for the fact that Reginald called him powerless.
Yeah.
Um, like I, and okay, so last week we were talking about foil characters, right?
Hmm.
And how I want to see more. These are good foil characters because they don't obviously they don't have the same backstory, but Vanya and Leonard have kind of the same anger and hate
Yeah.
towards uh, Reginald, and they foil each other well because Vanya takes it out in passive ways, and Leonard takes it out in aggressive ways.
Yeah.
So I think that's it's a very good thing, especially with like their personalities of yeah, just general Vanya's more passive and Leonard is more I want to say he's
Aggressive.
aggressive, but he's more confident kind of, more
Yeah.
like let's step out of your bubble type idea.
Bold.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably about one. Bold and shy. so that really
Yeah.
makes them good foils. Cause like I I want to say I really like them as a relationship because so I could tell straight off the bat Leonard was freaky. So
Yeah.
like
Creep.
yeah, so like I couldn't really for their relationship, but also I kind of could. Saying that though, Donut Lady, Miss Agnes,
Yeah.
literally, I rooted for Agnes all the way. Agnes 2020.
Yeah. She's not that bad of a character. She's actually, yeah, she's a good
Yeah.
character.
And she's another good foil character for Hazel
Hmm.
because he's kind of young and brash and she's old and wise.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a good example in a show where like characters don't have to be like in a certain age range to actually like be together. Because obviously Hazel, he looks like he's in his 30s, and then Agnes, she looks like she could be like 60 or 70 or something. Also, so another thing that I wanted to talk about, Allison Luther, holy crap. Episode 6, I could not.
Oh god.
I wrote down two notes. So the first one, I said, Allison and Luther shouldn't be together. Incest is a no-no. And then I had the puking emojis.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I just kind of was like, I like saw this happen. I'm like, okay, hopefully this is just brother and sister dancing, right? Right?
Yep.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yeah, and then
bad.
I had another line which is like, did those bitches just kiss? Oh god. And everybody's so like, nah fam, Audi 5000 peace sign barf emojis.
Yeah, I was just like, no, no, you didn't. Oh my gosh. I mean, technically, they're not siblings now. They do have the same last name, right?
Yeah, like
It's still
obviously it's
weird.
not like blood incest, but still the idea that you would like that's like the same thing that I didn't like with kind of the Flash either.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Barry and Iris should not be together. That's gross because Barry sees what's his name as a dad, and then that's also Iris's real dad. So that guy is kind of looking at his son and daughter marrying, and I would think,
yeah,
excuse me, no, no, no,
yeah.
no, no.
Now
It's,
that I'm thinking about it, stuff like that happens in quite a few TV shows where, like, an
yeah.
adopted brother and sister, because
Hmm.
why make it queer, um, are in a relationship. Um, that happened on The Fosters, and they decided to just end it because they're like, okay, I'm getting adopted, so we're gonna be siblings. And no, that would just be too weird.
Yeah, yeah, or even because recently was this 25th year anniversary. Still, like it was a great movie, but still calling it out for that. The movie Clueless, Cher and Josh getting together? Nah, I don't care that he is her brother-in-law. It's still gross.
Yeah,
So gross.
yeah,
And especially because the thing is, like, okay, so for example, in Clueless, that was 25 years ago. So I'm obviously gonna kind of give them a pass because we've obviously been more progressive about this. And especially because in Clueless, Josh and Cher don't grow up with each other. They've only met like a few years prior to the
yeah,
start of this movie. But in this, Allison and Luther have grown up together obviously as kids, like, cause I think when Vanya's blowing up the Umbrella Academy, when she walks into Luther or Vanya's room, I forget which one it is. You see Luther and not sorry Vanya, Allison. When
hmm
Vanya walks into Luther or Allison's room, they're kissing, and she's like, Vanya, get out, go, and then like slams the door. Like so, even as children, I was like, oh wow, yikes. And what I really don't like about that is the fact that they're romanticizing that because like it's weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Es-
there's both things that it is okay and things it's not okay.
like especially with the fact that so all the characters have childhood trauma. It's obvious. It's so
Yeah,
obvious, especially in just like the way that they act. Like for example, Diego is kind of doing against what his father wants because he doesn't really like his father. even after death, Luther is still going by his father's rules. Allison has never seemed to really try at anything.
Mhm.
So on, so on. I feel like what would have been better. Obviously, you can't change the writing of the show because it's based on a comic. But I get like it's good and it's bad because it shows how messed up they are. So they cling to each other. But like personally, for me, I rather would have just seen them be a close friendship, because I feel like in this show, it really didn't have that much room for romance. Because
It
so
didn't, but
it seems like
also
every character was with someone, even Five with what was her name? I wrote Dolores, yeah,
yeah, Dolores.
who's a mannequin, which uh I thought that was funny because funny but also realistic because it showed how Five had literally mentally snapped and believed that a mannequin was talking to him.
Yeah.
So liked that. But like so for example, Diego's love interest, I think her name was Eugenia, something like that.
Which one again?
The detective girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So like Eugenia something, I forget. Like her and Diego kind of they obviously had prior romance, but that wasn't like a big thing of Diego's character. And
Yeah.
like really, it kind of leaned more on the friendship of the two characters instead of the romance of the two. Well, I guess the friendship and the romance kind of like intertwined. It was very muddled into
Mhm.
seeing what was the friendship of them, what was the relationship of them. Because like personally for me, I thought it was the friendship, but you could obviously see it as a relationship side of them, where when Diego has the chance to kill Cha Cha, he doesn't because what he loves about Eugenia, I think that's the character's name, is that she believes in everyone no matter how much they've done. Klaus's boyfriend Dave. So that wasn't really a big thing of the plot, really. Dave was just more of another reason for Klaus to get sober, and it wasn't really a romance thing, but it was more of like a motivation thing. So I liked that. And then I guess the only like quote necessary relationship was Leonard and Vanya, because that obviously pushed the story.
Yes.
Do you have any future theories for season 2?
Theories?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, to be honest.
So I have some. So for example, so the part where they're all teleporting back in time and then you see the child's bodies. I'm
Oh yeah, they're gonna be children.
I'm not sure if they are because so from like all the or not the set photos but like all the posters, they're adults.
Ooh, weird.
But
Maybe
like
they'll figure out a way to make themselves adult again.
possibly.
Because it's not like Five found a new equation. He still used the same equation to go back.
Yeah. And if they do figure out how to put themselves in their like I guess now age bodies, why isn't Five like that? So that's
Oh,
gonna be an
weird.
interesting thing to see if they actually do go back in time. Also, I'm not so he said that he's gonna hop back. Never specified how far he's gonna hop back, right?
Yeah.
So and I'm not sure if Hazel and Cha Cha are gonna be in season 2. I'm guessing they are gonna be. I'm not
Oh
exactly sure.
yeah. Do we even? No, they both. Ooh.
Cha
Like
Cha
they both
died.
died, but also.
Cha Cha died, but Hazel didn't.
Oh yeah, Hazel didn't. But also, if they go back in time, here's the question: are they gonna be back in that time?
Yeah.
Like we don't know about that time yet. How the time
Yeah,
works.
yeah, I'm looking. Okay.
Like,
So
is there only one of a person that can go through time and space?
maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
So from what it says on IMDb. Ooh. Ooh. Pogo is coming back for 2 episodes.
Oh, weird. Oh, I guess because huh, they're gonna go back in time and then Pogo's gonna be there? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, which episode did Cha Cha appear in? Hazel and Cha Cha. Did they weren't in episode 1, right?
uh, I'm not sure. Probably episode 2 though.
Okay. Well, so Hazel is going to be in 2 episodes or 3 episodes of season 2. Cha Cha will be in 1 or 0.
Okay.
And then Agnes, she'll be in some because she's in 10 episodes, and I know she wasn't in a few episodes in the first. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that it would be her being. Wait, so you're saying that Hazel will be in less episodes than her?
No, Hazel's gonna be in 2 or 3 episodes in season 2, and Cha Cha is going to be in 1 or 0.
The girlfriend.
Oh, Agnes. So Agnes
Oh,
is in. So on the IMDb, it says that Agnes is going to appear in 10 episodes. Obviously, she
interesting.
didn't appear in every single episode in season 1, so she's obviously going to be in some of the episodes. Wait, actually,
Yeah.
was she in episode 1?
Um, I think so. I think 5 went to the donut shop in episode 1.
Mm. Yeah, but there were some episodes. Yeah, sorry, some episodes that she was not in. I know that for sure. Hopefully, we'll go see him. I'm looking on here. So the handler. So the handler was played by Kate Walsh. Um, I thought she did very good at that. She is so funny
Yeah,
as the handler. Like, because she's always like just like a little bit snarky
yeah.
and kind of like a little bit of a bitch, and like that's what I like love about her character, because she's so funny. So I really like that. I really, really did.
Really, really, really.
Yes, I really, really did. Um, and so obviously now she's not going to be appearing in episode 2 or season 2. Kind of sad.
I don't know if that's kind of sad.
Mm. Well, I kind of want to see her. So Sir Reginald Hargreeves is actually going to be in season 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess probably Klaus will be able to work more on visiting, right?
Oh yeah, that is true. That
Because
is,
I think he's still sober, and he's probably gonna keep staying sober now that he knows that when he's sober he can conjure up Ben.
and like he needs Ben. Yeah. So right now I'm looking to see
Yeah.
who is going to
Oh
be
my
in
gosh.
season 2 with the, because it says like 2020.
I wonder if because he can conjure Ben, they'll his siblings will start paying more attention to him and actually caring about him.
Ooh, that would be a good thing to see, because
But also,
Klaus needs attention.
he does.
Like not like, oh, I need attention. Like he like literally needs attention, because for example, when he gets taken by Hazel and Cha Cha and then no one
Yeah.
realizes, that was so
He's like,
sad.
I'm the one nobody will notice is gone. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
hmm So, I never put notes down for number 9. So, okay, the acting in the show. So I already talked about how Aidan Gallagher was amazing as 5. Also, though, so Ellen Page as Vanya, I think some of the standout things that I saw that I really liked was the rain car fight scene. I don't know why, but I really liked that. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was always really good. When Ellen Page, or not, well, yeah, Ellen Page, Vanya, went off on Allison about being kind of like the shadow sister in a sense, because we're all talking about like Emmy nominations right now, because the Emmys just came out as we're recording this. And I was looking at all the Emmy nominations. I'm not sure what this would go under. I think this would go under like a drama series, probably. Maybe like a drama or a comedy, so it'd go up against shows like I think Succession,
When did this
Ozark,
come out?
2019. I think like January
Oh,
of 2019, and season
really?
2 is coming out this Friday. Yeah. Because it takes 18 months for each season, from what I read, because it took 9 months to record, or yeah,
It's really
film,
weird.
film and
Because
record, whatever.
I could have sworn it was out in 2018.
Maybe it was. Let me search it up.
Because I could have sworn somebody was talking to me about it like sophomore year, which would have been 2018, right?
Okay, season
Or maybe
season one. They all came out February 15th, 2019.
oh, February. Yeah, that would have been the end of sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm like, this is kind of confusing. Uh,
Yeah. So honestly, kind of surprised that they didn't actually get any Nemi Emmy nominations for anything. Like even like the
oh,
writing was really good. Like so I was looking at the Emmys. So you can get Emmys for writing, acting, directing, best show, best actor or actress, best supporting actor or actress, best guest star actor or actress, so on and so on. Personally, I think that this show should have gotten an Emmy nomination for writing, cause what was a really good episode that I really liked? I think the episode, possibly the episode 6 or 7, the day that wasn't, and then the episode the day that was. Those were really two, in my opinion, very well written up. Like you would say like, oh, obviously the last episode, like obviously yes, the last episode, but like that was kind of more like a tie together,
mhm.
and kind of, I want to say it kind of focused more on tying everything together, but I think other episodes did better. Obviously, I'm not someone who is allowed to give out Emmy nominations, so who am I to say? And I feel like maybe you have to be a certain age, but like personally for me, I would have given one for Aidan Gallagher as best supporting actor in a
Okay.
drama series, because like again, he like was so good, as he was a literal man child, because he
Yeah,
was a child but with the mind of a man, and he did that so
I
well.
know. I was like, I just kept thinking, like, so he's acting like an adult, but he himself as the actor doesn't know what it's like to be an adult. Yet
Yeah.
somehow he does.
Yeah, so ooh, also, so I had a few other notes for episode 7. So one of the things that I really liked about this, which some stories do well and some stories don't do well, but so Leonard's backstory. It explains why he's like this, but it doesn't justify it. Like he's still a monster that you like can't really what's the word?
Redeem?
Yeah, well yeah, that's a good word for it. You can't redeem him, but you understand why he's like this. And I feel like there's like in other shows, there's characters who are like horrible but kind of get a redemption arc, because they're like, oh, but they had a bad childhood. Like, okay, so what?
So what?
Like, what's a good example of that? Let me think here. I'm trying to think about all the shows I've watched recently. Usually any character who's like, I don't know, I guess suicidal could possibly be a good example,
Hmm.
because like it kind of just, obviously that's different than Leonard, because Leonard's a killer, and the ooh, here's a good one. JD from Heathers. That's a good
Oh yeah.
example. He's never redeemed, but you understand why he is like how he is as a character. So that's a good example. But
Yeah.
I feel like there are probably some shows that kind of let the character off the hook, which is a little annoying. But yeah, so I really like that. And then I had another thing that said, is little bike girl god. So that's in reference to, so when Klaus gets knocked out, and then he goes to like a black and white world, and then there's a girl on her bike or tricycle or whatever.
Yeah.
Was she God?
Um, I think so. I think
Okay.
she. Well, it depends because we don't know what the afterlife is there. Either she was God, she was like some type of. Well, she said she created everybody,
Yeah.
right? So she was
Like,
probably God, but like in a human form
yeah.
because, you know, God can't,
Hmm.
God has no, yeah.
Like, tangible form, yeah. Like, yeah. I kind of got it as, okay, so she's God or she's like a messenger of God. That
Yeah.
was that was one of the two things I got. So that is so season 2 theory. I'd like to see more of that
Oh, yes.
because obviously that's in that dimension or world or afterlife or whatever it specifically is because it never, says what it is. Obviously, that's where Klaus is the strongest in connecting to the dead. Cause so you see Hargreaves in there,
Yes.
and in that thing, he's tangible because he's giving Klaus the shave. So I would like to see more of that. Possibly, maybe Klaus goes there to possibly contact. I don't know why, but maybe like Eugenia.
Eugenia? Wait, who is Eugenia?
Eugenia is the detective
Oh
who's
my god.
Diego's friend
Right.
slash
He said never to
ex-girlfriend.
do that. Maybe he'll say to do it though. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll have some like information.
Maybe Diego will grow up a little bit. Well, obviously these characters need to grow up a little, like
Yeah.
they're children. Other theories that I would like to see, I would like to see, I wonder who the enemy of season 2 is really gonna be.
Well, they're gonna try to save the world again, no?
Well, like, isn't that kind of like very easy to do though? It's like a one episode thing. It's
I
like,
swear.
okay, hi Vanya, so you have superpowers. You know that. Don't play your violin because you'll blow up the moon.
I guess, yeah, that is true.
So like, I'm
But then
excited to
again, I don't know. Maybe she won't give a shit.
possibly, but I feel like she will because she's very kind of passive. I don't know. Also, whoever the threat or the villain is, because I feel like there might be another tangible villain, kind of like Leonard. I want
Yeah.
to see Vanya use her powers
Oh,
again, but for good, obviously.
do you know why the girl that has like ice powers in the DC universe who works like with the Flash
Killer
team?
Frost,
Yeah, her. Do you know why her eyes change?
because she turns on her superpower. Oh, like how, like, referencing with Vanya where she gets super, like, I think
Yeah.
that's different. So I think
Okay.
in that DC universe, it's that when she like turns on her powers, but with Vanya, I think that's kind of like her Omega mode
Okay.
because
I feel
obviously,
like
so
she's possessed.
well, I don't think that. I think so. Well, actually, I didn't really stare at her
I mean,
eyes, but
maybe.
maybe when she like kills Leonard and slices Allison's throat up, maybe her eyes changed colors. So maybe that is like an indication of her activating her powers.
Maybe. Or maybe like maybe she gets like possessed by her emotions.
Yeah,
So she
because
doesn't have any like it passes through the logical thought of the brain and just goes straight to emotional.
that's obviously like how her powers have seemed to work the whole season every single time. Like when she was angry, she killed or hurt or well, she literally exploded both times. When she was in the rain, and then when she was in the box, and then what were the other times that she used her powers?
Uh
When she bent the lamppost.
yeah.
That was obviously the anger surging through her.
Yeah. As she was like weaning off of her drugs or whatever.
Hmm.
And she was like playing for the audition. It
Hmm.
seemed like she was using her powers then.
Yeah. Or like her powers were getting channeled through the violin. See, for me, like I kind of thought, but I was like, nah, no, that wouldn't really make any sense. That like maybe like because she's the most powerful of all the characters, right? Obviously.
Mhm.
I thought for a second, okay, is that like somehow like a persuasion thing that she's doing? But
That's
like
what I
not
thought.
really.
I
Like
thought
I
like maybe her violin manifests things or
yeah.
like or not necessarily manifest things, but like kind of does mind control, but then again, like
Yeah.
That would be too close to Allison's
Alice's
powers.
power. Yeah, which I was like, does this mean that she has everyone's powers?
Oh yeah,
Because I
that's
guess you could
also something.
kind of say that because she is, in a sense, strong.
Yeah.
So the three powers that I said that were similar to the other characters were Luther's, Ben's, and Allison's.
Oh, maybe she
Luther's, with
was.
every time she went Omega style, she's like, let me stab Leonard with knives or blow water out of the air, pretty much, and kill all the dudes by smacking them against the wall, right? So
Hmm.
that was how I saw Luther's. Ben was at the end when she does the violin whoosh, like when she like it's like she's striking, and then six like tentacle things come out of her chest, or not six, four, and hold the four boys in the air.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where I saw Ben's power, and then as we just talked about, Allison's power. So like maybe she does have maybe the fact that she is like an Omega superhero where she has like multiple power sets.
Yeah, that would make so much sense that she would have everybody's powers.
Mhm.
Was she
And
talking to the dead
uh,
in the reflection on the window?
that
Like
was herself.
it was herself, but it was like
See,
a
yeah,
dead sense of self? Like
possibly. And also the fact when she held up Ben. Ben is dead. So how'd she do that? So
oh
that's
yeah.
also where I got Klaus's power from. So
Oh yeah.
the only power that I really haven't seen her use is kind of like altered or shifted sense of power of Five's power.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how they would make like a similar power to teleportation besides teleportation. Maybe that she can phase through things instead.
Yeah. That
Because
would also make sense because it's like sound based, right?
oh yeah, and she's the
Which is
white
like
violin.
vibrational.
Yeah. So possibly.
Yeah.
So that's another season two theory. Hopefully we learn more about what her powers actually are. Because obviously Reginald was suppressing them, so he didn't know what they were. He just knew that they were very,
Yeah.
very powerful, stronger than anyone else's.
I mean, I think that what that was emotion suppressors, so she couldn't have big enough emotions to do anything, which also means that she didn't get to really experience emotion that well, and now
So
she's
that's what you thought
experiencing too much emotion.
so that's what you thought were those pills?
Yeah. I thought
I,
that's what he said. Or I don't know, something
I,
like that.
I kind of like I never saw the tag, but just for me, kind of like after learning her powers, for some reason I kind of thought they were like ADHD or ADD meds or something like that. I don't know
Oh.
why I thought that, but like that's why I kind of thought. Like it doesn't really make any sense, but like that's what I thought.
I assumed at the start that it might have been like some anxiety meds, but
Possibly, yeah. Do you have anything else to say? Anything that you really did like or didn't like about season one that we have not covered yet?
um I don't really think so.
No. Okay. Well then.
Oh,
Well, we okay, yeah.
wait, one more. Is
Mhm.
that when Harold is like, I probably have superpowers, and then Sir Reginald is like, nah, you don't, and like kicks him away.
Mhm.
He like obviously doesn't care at all about people who don't have powers, so why wasn't it suspicious that he kept Vanya?
Well, he kept her out of the shadows,
He did. He didn't seem to
or
care
in
for
the
that.
shadows, not out of the shadows, in the
But
shadows.
like he could have easily just like put her into the system, you know?
Yeah, but like I think the reason that I didn't was because since he knew that she had powers,
Yeah.
he purposely gave her the meds.
Yes.
I think getting put into the system would mean that she would possibly lose her meds.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that would happen if she didn't have powers, right? So because she did have powers, why wasn't anybody suspicious like, "Oh yeah, she probably has powers."
Um, um, like in the family or just like the
In the
world?
family.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't think the children really cared because they
yeah.
obviously ate up all the glory that they got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably were just too self-centered to notice.
Mm-hmm. Which, or not Allison, sorry. Vanya calls them out on so many times.
Yeah.
I actually do have another thing. So it wasn't really a big thing. All the phrases that happen in the show,
Freezies.
those were good. So I don't know how
Oh
they
yeah.
shot them, but they were so good because the shadows were on point, the lighting was on point, everything was
Yeah.
on point. Like the only scene that kind of felt weird was when Five moves the bullet to make sure Luther doesn't get hit. I
Yeah, the
watched
bullet
that.
felt a little weird.
I watched that few scenes, and I'm like, I think that might be CGI.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought like the stopping time scenes were really good.
They were. They were really cool.
So yeah. Also, okay, so like there's the meme going around of like TV villain versus actual villain. TV villain, or they say show's villain, whatever. The villain that they want you to think, Leonard. The real villain, Pogo. This is
Pogo.
Pogo's fault. Here's why.
Yeah.
Pogo knew that going to the moon was pointless.
Yes.
He knew about Reginald's death as a suicide.
Yes.
He knew that Vanya had superpowers and didn't care to tell her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she's an adult. She should know that she has powers. Like, yeah,
Yeah. I get you there. That is pretty right. Like he literally could have saved the world, but
yeah.
no,
Like,
no.
literally, he's the reason why the whole season happens. So, like, when he got killed, I genuinely didn't really feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was I don't know, I guess interesting to see him die cuz he was like so human yet so animal, I guess.
Oh, yeah. But also, speaking of Pogo, the actor, or not the actor, well, I guess the actor, but more the animation of Pogo was really well done.
Mhm.
Like, it
It
looked very
was.
real, so good on
Yeah.
the animation team for that. But yeah. So, I'm gonna guess that you do recommend this show?
Yeah, I think I do.
To anyone specifically?
Uh I guess to people who like I guess superhero shows that also focus a lot on the characters themselves being human. So like
Hmm.
I I love the I love the Arrow so much, and so this is a very good show if you like that.
Yes, I agree. I also recommend this show. So I searched up Umbrella Academy similar shows, and I've watched a good amount of these, so I'm gonna go through some of them that I do agree with. So if you like the show Doom Patrol, I think you're gonna like this one. I haven't watched Titans, but just from what it seems, I these shows are similar enough that I think you would enjoy it. As I said before, The Boys, I think is a good example. Deadly Class, if you like that show on Sci-Fi, which I was very sad that it did not get a second season. I thought that show was so spectacular. So some other shows, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't agree with. Like for example, it says 13 Reasons Why, but I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, no.
If you like 13 Reasons Why, I cannot promise that you are gonna like the show, but like Deadly Class, anything where it's like a dark comedy superhero show, I think you'd really like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and even possibly if you like Stranger Things, you might like Umbrella Academy.
Oh
But
yeah. Person I know who really likes Stranger Things also really likes this show.
nothing else to be said. So that was our review on the show The Umbrella Academy. This is the A&R podcast. I'm your co-host Ryan,
And I'm your other host, Addison.
and we will see you next week. Peace.